Hello and good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. You're welcome to 30 Minutes with MWELLESON'S boss. 30 Minutes with MWELLESON'S boss is a 30-minute slot, impromptu slots on Facebook, where we got to talk on pressing issues facing us in the society. Today we are here to talk about some of the realities we are facing about this virus, this pandemic that has entered our community. Yeah. It's high time we say things the way they are. Let's be focused. The key to this thing is confinement. Stay home. Stay safe. It's very important. The virus is outside everywhere. Make no mistakes. Make no mistakes. We are at war. Yeah.
Et nous, on est de tous âges. Nous et ceux qu'on aime. Nos enfants en bas âge. Confinons-nous. Restons à la maison.
We are fighting with a faceless enemy. With a faceless enemy, that's who we are fighting. Oh, Kofi Olomide. Coronavirus is in Cameroon for real. 209 cases as at the last statistics. I weep for Cameroon. What I see is not good to say it out. Please, when we join, we should share, please. Yeah, I'm giving this few bars of music so we can catch up. It's time for reality. That's the theme. That's the topic for today. It's time for reality. Now time this for talking them the way they're supposed to be. Yeah. There are a lot of things we are keeping it unsaid, but I think it's better to say it and save the people and let people know so they can protect themselves from this adversary. We are all in this together. Nobody has control over this thing. We can do it all together as one people. Let's not sit back and say the government should do this, the government should do that. No. We are all involved in this thing. We are all involved in this thing. Let us fight this thing together. We will make it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, this is 30 Minutes with MWELLESON'S boss. 30 Minutes with MWELLESON'S boss is a 30 minutes impromptu live Facebook show that talks about the realities we are facing every day, especially with the coming of the world, the pandemic. We all know the trending news now in the world is the coronavirus pandemic, fondly called COVID-19. This is what is trending all around the world. It's making waves negatively all around the world, from comedy to reality to horror. Everything it's happening inside this pandemic, the world is caught up into. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, the theme for our discussion today is time for reality. I'm talking with particular focus on my country, Cameroon. I'm a Cameroonian by birth and blood. When I look at the level of preparedness and the level of awareness back in Cameroon, I weep because we are still behind schedule. Cameroon, my country, is behind schedule as far as preparation to combat coronavirus is concerned. There is still more than enough to be done in Cameroon. We should stop leaning back, playing the blame game on the government. The government is doing what it's supposed to do, though it is not enough. But we have our own roles to play. I keep saying this over and over and over and over again. And I'll only stop saying all these things until we have found a leeway. We have found a solution to this pandemic, especially as Cameroon is concerned. Now when we talk about realities, things to be done, the real things to be done, so as far as this issue of coronavirus in Cameroon is concerned, I want to start straight up with the authorities in power. I want to cut this point very clearly to whom it may concern, to all the administrative personnels in their various levels. See, guys, it's high time you people sit up. Leave your comfort zones with your family and do what is right. Do the needful. With the needful we are talking about, take stringent measures to curb this. If you keep relaxing like this and taking very, very sexy measures, very flexible measures, let me put it flexible measures, because this is not time to play some kind of romancing game, It's time to take firm rules. The situation is getting out of hand. How many days ago we were not even up to 100, but now we are counting hundreds. It's already 200, and you think this is a joke? This is not a joke, my brothers. This is not a joke. Coronavirus in Cameroon is not a joke. It means business. To lose 6 people in a country already after just how many days is not something we should sit down while sitting down. We all need to stand up and face this adversary. It's a call for concern. Now, Mr. Government authorities, Mr. Politicians in charge, Mr. Administrative heads, Mr. whatever you call yourself, in positions of power in Cameroon, you know what to do. Shut down the fucking Yaoundé and Douala. Shut them down. Shut them down. Close any transportation in and out. Fuck the economic consequences of that decision. Cameroon is going down. Cameroon is going down. Can't you see it? Are you so blind? Are we so blind to see that we are going down? If America can be suffering this great deal with all the facilities in place, if Europe can be suffering, look at Spain, look at Italy, look at France, look at Germany, look at UK. Are we so blind? Are we so blind to see, to read the handwritings on the wall? Are we so blind? Are we so blind, my brothers and sisters? Are we so blind? I'm using this medium to call on the administrative personnel to make the required stringent measures right now. I mean, right now, it's a major call for concern. Douala, the economic hub, and Yaoundé, the political capital of Cameroon, those are the red zones of coronavirus as far as this whole shit is concerned in Cameroon. Those are the breeding spots. You understand? Those are the breeding spots. Those are where foreigners have landed in the past couple of weeks. Those are the places, those are the regions we should block immediately. No interurban movement in and out of those places. Let us try to manage these things before it spreads out of control. You know, before it spreads out of control. We should do what is right. Enough of all this love making. Enough of all this laxity around as far as decision making is concerned. Let us sit up. A river cannot flow into a forest without bringing down trees. Shut the fucking Yaoundé and Douala down. No entry or exit. That's what people with sound mind do in other countries more developed than our own country. I'm a Cameroonian, born and bred. I feel for my country. The decision makers should take this decision immediately before it's too late. Before it's too late. Let's do the needful. Let's do the needful. And for us, those at the background, saying and always trying to look for one reason or the other to castigate the government, to blame the government that they are not doing enough, they are not doing it, they are not doing that. What have you done? What have you done? You who always has time to blame the government. What have you done? How many people have you sensitized? How many people have you educated concerning this virus? You sit online in front of your keyboards, you type all sort of trash. Say government has not done this, government has not done that. Yeah, you are part of the government. You are part of the government. You are part of the government. So if the government is trying to come out with rules, you are there being very ungrateful, you cannot respect. If the government make the rules and you, who is supposed to respect the rules, you don't follow, you expect, hey, welcome Tabi. Welcome Tabi, welcome. When you join, you share. You who is supposed to follow the laws of the land, you cannot follow. You only sit back and you are castigating. You are blaming the government for doing this or not doing that, doing this or not doing that. How are you supporting the government? When they say stay home, you cannot stay home. Eh? You cannot stay home. So how do you want the rules to work? They say don't maintain social distances. People don't maintain it. You go around your daily activities carefree. You gather in the markets. You don't wash your hands regularly. You don't wear the mask. How are you helping the government? Don't go to gatherings more than this amount. You go there. You know, a few days ago, some churches were opening up. I blame the government for all this laxity because if those mushroom churches, because I know the main churches of the land, they are lawful citizens. They are law-abiding citizens. They have respected the rules. But those mushroom churches around the neighborhoods, because they know that they are in the suburbs, they are in the interior, no administrative personnel will come there. No officer, no law enforcement officer will trace them down to those places. They will open up. Do you know how many people you can infect in those your mushroom places? Do you know how many people you can infect there? You say the government is not doing enough, government is not doing enough, and you are violating the rules of the land. What do you think the government will come and stand in front of everybody's house, put one law enforcement officer in front of everybody's house? No. You are part of the decision making in the government. You have to respect. It's only by protecting ourselves that we can fight this corona. We are protecting ourselves because we are buying more time. We are buying more time while the scientists, they look for a cure. They look for a vaccine. For the meantime, we have to be protecting ourselves. That's our obligation. We have to be protecting ourselves by following those things. Wash your hands regularly. Put on your mask. Wear your gloves. Avoid crowded places. You know. Avoid touching all kind of, you know. Those are the things we have to do for now. Let's not sit where and just start making sarcastic statements here and there. The government is not doing this, government is not doing that. Shut the fuck up. What have you done to the government? You is blaming the government. What have you done? All of you ranting up and down. What have you done? The government has its own responsibility to do, no doubt. But you don't sit in the comfort of your room in front of your keyboard and you are talking trash to the government. Who are you? Who are you? What have you done to curb the situation? What have you done? All of us should sit up and do what is right. We are all in this together. Coronavirus is real. Okay? Coronavirus is real. Okay? Let's stop talking. Let's stop complaining now. And let's start acting. I want to start hearing results like, by the time I'll browse through my Facebook page, I'll see so many messages of awareness, both on videos and write-ups and even audios. I want to get those awareness. I was very happy when I was browsing down my Facebook page and I saw some friends sharing the message in their vernaculars, in various vernaculars. It made me happy. It made me happy, but it doesn't end there. Once you inform your people in your language like that, make sure you follow up. Spread the word. People, I followed up last week. DJs in the nightclubs in some cities in Cameroon, they were even doing a mockery of the virus, like la maladie de blanc, la maladie de blanc. Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut the fuck up. You behind the MRC, shut the fuck up. You know? How can you be misleading people to that level? Ignorance in Africa is so alarming. You know? Instead of sensitizing people on hygienic practices, you are saying that coronavirus is an illness for the white man. How dumb can you be to that extent? How dumb? When they say avoid gatherings, people gather in the bars and nightclubs. That's what we like. And every day, the infected cases are increasing. And you want everybody to sit back and be applauding. Time to act is now. Get this word, spread it, tell everybody around you, stay safe, stay home, don't move around except on very, very important issues. Don't move around. Stay home, stay safe. That's very important. That's a very key point to protecting yourself and staying alive. Just stay home and stay safe. Respect basic hygienic principles. It will save you a lot. It will save members of your community a lot. It will save your family a lot. Now that we don't have any remedy for this, that is the best we can do. We should not sit and be blaming the government for this or for that or for this or for that. Do your own part. You will save the community. You know, I still move around and I see markets opening. People are running about their daily activities very easily. What is all this? People not even wearing masks, moving around, people still talking very close to each other. How are we going to fight this thing? What I see in future is not good. Cameroon, sit up. The ministers of trade and commerce, the minister of health, the prime minister, you guys know what to do. Take the right decisions. Minister of defense also. Let the law take its course on all the violators. Those who are not abiding by the rules and regulations of the state should be held accountable. Enough time to romance with lawbreakers. Shut down Douala and Yaoundé. No entry, no exit. Let us manage this thing at this level. Make provision for mass quarantine and isolation facilities. Cameroon government. Okay? Do all these things, put it in place. And we will start being relaxed about you people. Because as at now, what I see is not favorable for the people of Cameroon. We are just at the beginning. We are just at the beginning. Okay? We are just at the beginning, brothers and sisters. Let us be aware. Let us stay woke. The journey is still very far. The journey is still very, very far. Okay? Now, when I come to people online, people with the luxury of being online regularly, with people with a huge following online, people with a huge audience online, having these potentials and cannot use it to sensitize the people. You use this your platform, you cannot use it to sensitize people. Instead, you use it to talk irrelevance, talking about how whether who created the virus, whether it's for what purpose of the creation of the virus, whether it's all those are not necessary, brothers. All those are not necessary. All the men of God who are instead using their platform to be telling their followers that this shit is coming from the West. China is doing this to America. America is doing this. This is not your business. The common man doesn't need all this literature, brother. The common man doesn't need all this, your history and whatever you are spitting out here. Tell them what they got to do. Stay clean, stay safe, stay home. Pray to God. We have a solution to this thing. Stop talking history. You are not a historian. You are a man of God. You know? Stop saying all these things. They are not needed. We don't need them now. We don't need politics, literature, and whatever. Just tell people how to protect themselves till we have a solution to this matter. Till things normalize before you can continue your sermon on history, philosophy, and whatever. For now, we don't need it. All that is trash. You know, all that is trash for now. Just keep it to yourself. Just educate the people properly on what they are supposed to do. Okay? That's what we are supposed to do. That is your responsibility. You know, everybody as a Cameroonian at this point in time, it's your responsibility to make your voice heard to the masses, whoever is listening to you. Let them know what they're supposed to do. You are not inciting fear or panic, but you are telling them what they are supposed to do to protect themselves. Protection is all we got now. Protection is all we got now because there is no drug, there is no cure. You know, we don't even have the capability to handle this. You know, countries with buoyant economy and everything, they are doing their best. Look at our brothers next door. People are putting money on the table, supporting the government in one way or the other. Some are doing it single-handedly. Some are even going to the suburbs, to the villages, supporting people with food and other basic commodities. Because keeping people home means life will become 2 steps or 5 steps harder than it was already before. But with this stay-home policy, many people are involved. Welcome, senior man. Welcome, senior man. With this stay-home, many people are involved. So people with money in their pocket, viable people, if you cannot come out and speak like us, who have sacrificed also our time to sensitize people, you who have the money with you, you will have what it takes. Support whosoever is around you. Even with a cup of gari, 2 cubes of sugar, a facial mask, a hand sanitizer. You are doing something. Let us support ourselves. We should not only be waiting on the government. Government, don't do this. Government, never do that. Government, don't do this. Government, never do that. No. No. This is not time to blame one another. Cameroon is going on a very dangerous lane. The way we are going, it's not good. It's not good. The future is very dull if we continue in this style. The future is very dull. How many days were already 200 and something infected? Do you know how many medical personnel will be infected in the hospitals of those infected? Do you know how many doctors and nurses are infected in Spain? Do you know? Amongst the 26,000 infections in Spain, doctors and nurses characterize about 13,000. Is that a situation we want to face ourselves? All the doctors and nurses in Cameroon, how many are they? How many beds in Cameroon can afford oxygen facilities? How many rooms, how many wards have good ventilation in the Cameroon medical system? How do we want these things to hit us? Let's just protect ourselves. Let's just protect ourselves to stop this thing. Government administrators, shut down Douala and Yaoundé. Stop the inflow and outflow of commuter buses in and out of Central Province and Littoral Province. As far as I know, as per the statistics of the Minister of Health in Cameroon, they now have more than 209 cases. This is already a red zone. You know, there are a lot of infected cases roaming the streets. A lot of infected cases roaming the streets. Let us first of all just block these two places first. They should stay there first of all. We see how to arrest the situation while we start managing the few cases who are already in the other regions. That is the way forward. Not sitting in Yaoundé and you are signing me a decree that the headquarters of Red Cross will be in Yaoundé. How does that concern coronavirus now? How does that concern coronavirus right now? How? You are signing a decree that Red Cross head office will be in Yaoundé. How do we need that one now, for God's sake? Why are you people so selling after the market? And this old people administration in Cameroon. What has Red Cross head office now, siège national in Yaoundé, what has it got to do now in this time of fighting corona? You are signing nonsense decrees. Is this a time for decree or time to act? Why? People are staying home even now. You cannot guarantee them adequate supply of electricity and water. How do you want them to wash their hands? How? How do you want them to wash their hands? How do you want them to live comfortably if people cannot stay indoors? Heat's no go leave man stay for house. People must go outside to take fresh air. So how do you want them to respect the no movement policies? How? We are all in this together. Do your part, Mr. Government. We the citizens, we are trying our part as well. We are all in this together. Okay? Let everybody go back to the drawing board and do what is right. We are in critical times. You know, this is not time for misplaced priorities. I felt very upset yesterday going through a tweet from the presidency telling me about the creation of headquarters of Red Cross in Yaoundé. Wow! How does that help us? Is this time for Red Cross palaver? Is this time for creation of all kind of things? Man, go around and ensure that people respect the stay-home policy. Go around and put the lawbreakers to book so that people will see the scapegoats and they will sit up. That is what a government that is sound and kicking would do. Not sitting with your coat, with your family, and you are doing all sorts of things I don't understand, brothers. What is this? Can you not, even a layman will see that Cameroon is going down. This virus means business in our country. We are taking it so light. We have so many stadiums around. What have we done to accommodate all those, to equip those places and prepare for the worst? Just prepare for the worst. What have we done as far as that is concerned? Nothing. We haven't done anything. We haven't done anything. Now let me come back to our buoyant entrepreneurs in Cameroon. Our buoyant entrepreneurs. Let me come back. See, everybody has his or her own role to play as far as fighting this virus in Cameroon is concerned. Okay? Just like how I'm putting my face out here to do all these things, to sensitize the few. The few. Some other people don't have the time to come and sit and do this thing, but they have their financial capability to handle it. Do your own best. Do your own best. All these people who have benefited from the country, it's time to give back. All our celebs, this is time for us to see people act, all our legends around whom we have been supporting, who have contributed to make them what they are, all the Samuel Eto's, the Richard Bonas, Stanley Enos, all Petit Pays, all these people, all these major stakeholders, all these major stakeholders, big business people, let us put resources in place, even if the government is delaying to come. This is time to give back to your people. Don't wait when people die. You come and be showing yourself behind camera. Don't wait when you hear that there has been a disaster in this place. You go there and say this artist has gone there, this one has gone there. How many artists have even come out to really talk against this thing? People are coming outside here to just do boys. You do boys and you just mention some few lines, call Corona, and you vanish. How are you sensitizing the people? How are you helping your people? How are you helping your fans? Go to business people, transportation gurus, pass some from them, Mondial Agency, Amo Mezam, Finex, all these places. We have big people there. Una can't put money for table. This is the time we have to do things. We have to do things, not only the government. Do your own small part, leave the rest to God. That is the best we can do now. Do what you can do and leave the rest to God. Nobody knows what will happen tomorrow. Nobody can guarantee that. Nobody can guarantee that. Do your own small and leave the rest to God. Yeah? Not for some few men of God with their own ideas and their own mindset. The only thing that is an attack to the church, an attack to the church. Oh God, this is not an attack to the church. This is an attack to humanity. This is an attack to humanity. This is an attack to the economies. Stop being myopic. Stop being so self-centered. Because of your small crumbs you are missing. You are talking about this an attack to the church. Who is attacking the church? Who can even attack the church? Who? Who can attack the church? The church is the body of Christ. It's not a physical building. Know that. Know that. So if you don't gather in a physical confinement, it doesn't mean that you are not in church. No. So when they say people should not go out, don't start coming with all kind of your irrelevant ideas about attacking the church or whatever. Okay? Brothers and sisters, time to act is now. The government is doing its part, though very slow, but you have your part to play. You have your part to play. Do your part and pray to God. Coronavirus is real. Make no mistake. Let nobody deceive you. That is a white man's sickness. It's sickness for everyone. Go to the hospital, you see reality. Protect yourself. Wash your hands regularly. Wear your mask. Stay home. Stay safe. And pray to God. Leave the rest for the government. Leave God to handle this issue the way He's supposed to do it. That's all we can do as of now. Just protect yourself and pray to God. Avoid excesses. We are in very trying times. Please, coronavirus is real. Dear government, take your time. Welcome, Lord Mayor, welcome. Take your time. Do what is right for the common man. Yes, we know we have to stay home, but for us to stay home, you need to at least support us to an extent. Some of us, we rely on our daily income. Now that we have to stay home, we need to have some small benefit, though not much. We need that so that we can stay home. We need constant supply of electricity so we can at least watch TV. We can at least be updated on what is happening around. We need constant supply of water so we can wash our hands properly. We need these things before we can stay home. Dear government, ensure that the law is fully respected. Send out law enforcement officers to move around and apprehend all the violators of the law. It is very important. When people around, those who are violating, have seen what has happened to one or two persons around, they will sit up. This interurban commuting should come to a halt. Now that we have more than 200 cases in Cameroon, with the hotspots being Douala and Yaoundé, block these two regions. Dear authority, block these two regions for the safety of the nation. Let us see how to handle this issue. It is very important. It is very important. Time to act is now. I will still say it again. This is not only an affair for the government. We are all in this. If we respect the instructions from the government, things will be very easy for all of us. It will be easy for us, the common man. It will be easy for the decision makers. Okay? Let us put all hands on deck and kick Corona out of Cameroon. Because what I'm seeing with a geometric progression of infected cases, I weep. I weep because I know our medical capabilities. I know the state of our medical facilities back home. I know. If I see the way this thing has dealt a serious blow, a severe blow on industrialized countries, then I imagine it will squash it will just squash my country to fine dust. It will squash my country to fine dust if it can gain grounds. If it can gain grounds. Let us keep in mind already that before this thing ends, because sure, anything that has a beginning has an end. Let us put in mind that if we don't take proper measures now, Africa will be a retirement home for coronavirus. Mark this day is the 1st of April. If we don't put up stringent measures to curb this virus from spreading all over our national territory, we will have it as one of its retirement residencies. Because by the time the West have succeeded in accommodating it, putting it to a controllable level, Africa will be begging for mercy from both God and even from the West. And that is when many things will go wrong. Those in position of power, you know what to do. It's not only to sit with suits and tie in air-conditioned offices and put some few things on ink. Match those decisions you put on ink, match them with groundwork. That is what makes a country. When the system is working, you see it, even the common man gets it in the suburb. It's not only to sit there and make declarations with nothing to show. I stroll around the neighborhood. I still saw markets Everything was bubbling. Only some few people were respecting it. Some wore their masks. Some shops were closed. Some business places were closed. But some, they are violators. So how do you expect the others who have respected? How do you expect it? How do you expect them to sit back and watch others going about their day-to-day activities and they are sitting home? Are they stupid? No. So they have to just come back. It is the role for the law and order to come and put things in place. Okay? And put things in place. Anybody who has increased prices of goods and services, Ministry of Trade and Commerce, you know what to do. Seize all these stuffs. If they are consumable things, give it to people. People need food now to eat at home. If you say people should sit at home, make provision even for rice, oil, tomatoes, so people can even manage even gari and sugar. They stay home until we have a solution to this thing. At least the people will know that you have done something to an extent. Not only sitting and just saying stay home and this and that. The West, those things of stay home, they act very well on the West. They act very well because people are comfortable to an extent. The majority is comfortable to an extent. They can afford staying home. They'll go to the groceries and get food stuff maybe for 2 weeks, for a month. They can afford it. They stay home with constant supply of electricity and water. Everything is okay, But in Africa, that's not the case. In Cameroon, that's not the case. How do you expect me to stay home without electricity? How do I get informed about the news? How do I get to know about things happening in the next city or in the next region? How do I know? How do I get updates on my radio about something that's happening in the next neighborhood? How do I know about that? How do I get constant information from the people in power? How do I get that? So we need all these things we're asking, they're just basics. Dear government authorities, do the basics, do the essentials. We're not saying you should do more than you. Just do the essential for us. That is all we need. We are doing our part already. And make sure majority of us are doing what we are supposed to do. What has been stipulated to be done at these trying times in this country. Please. The Frenchman will say, l'heure est grave. L'heure est grave. We are in perilous times. We are in the last days. If things continue like this, we are in the last days. Let us sit up. Let us sit up. Until next time, it's been 30 minutes with your boy, your brother, MWELLESON'S the boss. Stay home. Stay safe. Pray to God. Coronavirus is real. Avoid gatherings. Avoid charlatan men of God who will not teach you how to pray and to go closer to God, but rather will spend time politicizing the Bible and castigating the government for making decisions that is having a negative blow on them. Avoid people like that. Goodbye for now. Stay home and stay safe. Coronavirus is real. Peace and love.